Tombstone Mexican style pizza. No self-respecting Italian would eat this, I can tell you. This container was full of coins, you know, like you clean out pockets and you put coins in there. It was full. And some of them, you know, dirty looking and oxidized over the years. And pennies were real dark and icky looking. So I put them in this old ice cream container. And I sprinkled Barkeeper's Friend on it. I guess vinegar might work as well. And I stirred it around a little bit. They've been sitting in this for about 10 minutes. Look how shiny they are. I'll wipe them off, check the backs, make sure they're not old pennies. And I'll bundle them up in coin wrappers. Take them to the bank. Rinsing them off now. All kinds of stuff in there. There's something that looks different. I don't know what that is. If it's coinage, like American coinage, I will count it all up. And you can guess right now how much. It's kind of heavy. And this colander's half full of coins. And there's a few quarters and stuff. Okay, everybody. How much do you think is in here? This is not a coin. I don't know what it is. How much is in here? On the paper towel is 50 pennies, which will be in one of these. Holds 50 pennies. Oh boy. More to come. I don't know if this will show up. This is the front of a penny. It has Abraham Lincoln on it. This is a really old penny. It has 2 staffs of wheat on either side. Those are known as wheat pennies. Some of them are worth something. So I'm going to put all those aside that I found and check them out online. Then they had the Lincoln Memorial on the back. It's a building. Then after a while they had the shield, like an American shield or something. And then in 2009 they have Lincoln sitting on a log whittling or something. They had different state quarters at that time. So backs of quarters had different emblems on it for different states. I think it was that same time period, I'm not sure. Yeah, they're nice and shiny. Still working on it. Ta 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 ta. How many guessed an amount that was in that jar? I'll let you know what it is. Of the money that's going to be spendable, I'm not spending the wheat pennies. The wheat pennies, there are 12 of them, which is 12 cents or more if they're worth more. I don't know. There's one game token, because there's no amount on there, just some kind of weird skeleton or something. One Canadian penny from 1963. And since they stopped making pennies in Canada, I will hold on to it. So the spendable stuff comes to $12.80. Each one of these is 50 cents. 50, $1, $2, $3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. And the nickels, 30 cents, and nickels, $2.60 of dimes, and $1 of quarters. Did I put that on there? No, I did not. So that comes to $13.80, right? Okay. And that took 3 hours. I was eating my supper and everything and tending to the laundry. But 3 hours to wash them, scrub them to make sure they're not collectible pennies, and counting them out and putting them in little paper things, and that's a long time. I know there's some more coins around here that are probably worth something, so that's going to take some time. But I thought I'd better come over here and at least do something. There's other things that I need to do really, but I was just really curious. I thought there'd be more pennies and stuff. I thought it would be more, but $13 worth of coins is not bad. So when you come home, you have coins in your pocket, put it in a little jar or a container. Or you have a couple pennies here or there, you pick a penny up off the street, which I always do. I found 2 pennies today. it'll add up after a while. Yep, my grandpa taught me how to look for coins and pick up pennies and things like that. Because when he was a little kid, back in the early 1900s, sidewalks were made out of lumber, wood, planks. And they used to tease drunks. The kids would sneak out at night and they have a wallet tied to a string. And they would drop it on the ground and the drunk would see it and he'd go to pick it up and they'd pull the string and make the wallet move a little bit and he'd be chasing it and he'd lose his balance and fall over. And when he'd fall over, any coins that he had in his pocket would fall out and fall between the slats in the wood. And then the next day when it was sunny outside in daytime, the kids would go out with a hammer and pry up the slats and look for loose change. Learned a lot from my grandpa. Yeah, he was always telling me about the long run. This will pan out in the long run. And I never understood it, and I didn't like to hear it all the time, but now that I'm older, I understand it. And, yeah. The long run. Upward and onward.